Hello and welcome back to everybody's a critic. It was an eventful weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, and we are here to talk all things SDCC, from Marvel to the boys to Doctor Who and everything in between. So as always, I'm joined with Britt. Hello, Britt.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. You seem very excited. There's a certain
Maybe.
someone behind you that we're going to be talking about very soon. And of course, as always, we're joined by JJ. There he
Hi.
is. Iddle Widdle JJ.
That's not true. It's fake news. Media lies to you.
Only sometimes. Only
Not
sometimes.
us though. We don't lie to you. We tell the truth.
Never. We're never.
Nothing but the truth.
Okay, we'll start off with DC. DC had a very small presence. There was JJ
Oh,
was just telling
oh,
us there was some Superman merch that they had at
yeah.
SDCC.
So they dropped like I guess you call it preview merch for Superman next year. Just like hats and shirts with his logo on them, and they all sold out like within the first day, which was Thursday, which was like kind of just like it's like their soft launch day. I mean, nothing really huge ever happens on a Thursday at a big con like this, but it was kind of crazy to see them sell out. And then like an hour ago, they put them up on the website, and now all the pre-orders are sold out. Nobody is getting this shirt unless you already have one. So the hype Superman is seems to be there a little bit. We'll see how that plays out next year. Other than that, DC showed off their new logo, right? And we got their new opening like logo that'll play before all the films, which is like Fleischer Superman, like so it's nothing crazy, too crazy, but they're going back to the old bullet style for the logo too. Um, they saw it as their most iconic logo, and I agree. I did like the last logo though, but they always keep the blue, which is good. The good blue. There's that one DC logo from like the early 2000s that I don't like. Um, but and then we got Creature Commandos trailer. That's all I wanted out of this con. We got it. Um, very small teaser, but we got it. Not out till December, so womp womp. But that's about it. I expect next year DC Studios will probably have a panel. But this year, no panel because James Gunn was busy finishing Superman, which should finish this week, or if it hasn't finished already. Kirby would have posted if it finished already. So James Gunn is
Yeah,
terminally online.
he is. He
True.
needs he
We all
needs to
know
get a
that.
hobby.
Yeah, I need to
You
get
should
a
make
hobby or a
movies or
job.
something.
Yeah, he should write. Yeah, there was a Penguin panel. They talked about the Batman too. No casting. Wink, wink. Um, we got a new trailer, a new full trailer, giving us more of a hint at Oswald and Sophia's relationship. It seems in this world, a Dark Victory storyline has already taken place because Sophia is already known as the Hangman, and she was already in Arkham, which is kind of crazy because you know that's like the follow up to Long Halloween, her storyline with that and being the Hangman. But yeah, I guess they're doing things a bit different. So Penguin looks good. It'll be premiering on HBO. It will not. I mean, it'll be on Max right at 9 p.m. on September 19th, but it will also be playing live on HBO on Sunday nights, maybe. I think it's Sunday at 9 p.m., which is kind of like it's taking the House of the Dragon spot, I think.
Yeah, it
I'm not
is.
certain on that. Oh, it is?
Wait, the
Okay.
19th.
Is that a Sunday?
It's a
Oh, is
Thursday.
it
It's
October
a
or Sunday?
Yeah,
Thursday.
because
The
it's the
Thursday
same
night.
day
Thursday.
that Agatha comes out, I believe.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay, it's not taking House of the Dragon's prime spot. Thursday, that is a weird day for it, but it's still going to be live on television, which is cool because that's the pivot HBO is making. All like their really, really big shows are going to show on HBO first,
Well, they did that
and
on
not be.
they did that for The Last of Us as well. I don't think it came out first though. It was on
Yeah, because it
Max
was
and
on.
then HBO.
I don't remember. I know that it did play on television, but I know, but like now they're like actually like because Green Lantern or Lanterns was going to be an HBO Max show, but now it's going to be, and so is like Welcome to Derry. Oh, I'm surprised Welcome to Derry wasn't at San Diego Comic Con because I feel like that's going to be out soon. Maybe New York Comic Con they'll be at. Sorry, that's a tangent, but uh, yeah. Moving on. Marvel.
Not
No,
yet.
What
Bloody
not
hell.
yet.
Oh, don't jump the gun.
Doctor
We
Who.
have Doctor
Let's talk
Who.
Doctor Who.
Okay, so time to enter my JJ mode. We did have a wonderful
Who
Hall
does?
H panel. I'm the Doctor Who guy. You're the DC guys.
It's fair.
We had confirmation finally of the world's worst kept secret, the war between the land and the sea. A new 5 episode spin-off for BBC and Disney Plus as well, using that Disney dough. It's gonna have some returning actors, both playing new and old characters, coming up against the Sea Devils, which is very exciting. We did get a tease for Christmas, which I expected. We got like a nice little 5 minute clip from the opening of the special. We got some season 2 news. Nothing too extraordinary that we didn't know. Confirmation of Jonah Howard King's role. Um, He's been seen on set loads. Rumor is he's the villain, which is very exciting. He was last in The Little Mermaid, and he was in some HBO series this year as well, alongside I can't remember her name. Who played the leader of the Resistance in Hunger Games? The one who Katniss kills.
Oh,
Finnick? No. Um,
The woman.
are you talking
Julianne
about?
Moore. Julianne Moore.
oh
Julianne
yeah.
Moore.
God,
Yeah,
it's been so long
Ellen
since I've
Um,
seen
Coin.
Hunger Games. I'm like trying
so
to
King
build the
was in a series
characters.
with her this year. I can't remember what it was called.
Was
Um,
it,
but yeah, I'm
was it
very
the
excited.
tattooist?
Say again.
Was it the tattooist of Auschwitz?
He's in that, yeah. He was in something else as well.
That
Oh,
guy had a scene.
I've
Was
got
it
him mixed
Roland?
up. I've got him mixed up with Nicholas Galtzine. Oh, that's really bad.
Oh, you're thinking
Nicholas
about Mary
Galtzine
and
was in Mary and
George.
George, yeah. But no, King was in. That's what I'm thinking of. He was in the Tattooist of Auschwitz. I've not seen it, but he's meant to be really, really good. So I'm very excited to see him in Doctor Who. Um, They had a podcast recording. I've not checked that out yet. I don't even think it's out for the public. And they did a really cool Star Trek panel with the Alex Kurtzman, who's looking after Star Trek TV with Russell T Davis. So yeah, it was quite nice to see quite a variety of Doctor Who content this weekend. So yeah, Christmas special next. Woo!
When's that come out?
Christmas Day, funnily enough. After years of having New Year's specials with Chibnall, which just ruined the magic of Christmas personally. It's nice to be back at that standard Christmas Day release. But yeah. Speaking of Christmas, the boys had a panel. Obviously, the boys had like a mini Christmas special towards the end of series 4. Whilst they didn't do too much teasing for the final season, which we know is coming out in 2026.
Yeah,
Oof.
I thought maybe they would. 2026, Jesus.
It's
I
mental.
thought maybe would have like officially confirmed Jared Padalecki since they've been really talking since they were kind of hinting at that throughout this season, like press tour that he was going to join the final season. They didn't. They did confirm is that Jensen Ackles will be a series regular again, although details his on the side of his role have yet to be confirmed. But he's back. Soldier Boy's back. Love Soldier Boy. Love Jensen Ackles. So
Goat. Goat.
yo,
He's
but
also he's gonna be in his own spin-off series, isn't he?
he's getting his own show. Can you believe it? Can you believe he's getting his own show?
I can.
Um,
He's one of the most popular characters. You'd be
that's
stupid
true.
not
He's also
to.
he's also probably. I mean, I never watched Supernatural, but I have to say, he's probably one of the most. I mean, at least through the 2010s, he was one of the most popular, I think, TV actors during the time. I feel because I mean, everyone loved him. But then Supernatural ended. That ended like a few years. It ended like just a few years ago too, which is kind of crazy. So he bounced back quick. He went from playing whoever he played on Supernatural to playing one of the best characters on television.
I
Yeah,
do
we are getting
think
Vault Rising.
I
Go
was
on,
just gonna
Brit.
say, I think it's funny that they've always made fun of like the superhero genre and all the spin-offs, and now they're like collecting their own
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
quite a few spin-offs now. And I'm like, is it ironic or not? I don't know. I can't decide.
No, it is. It definitely is. It's funny, and I honestly would honestly I find it funny nobody's actually asked um like during a press tour like, oh, so what do you think about this? What do you think about you guys becoming like what you've made fun of? Um, but also a lot of people seem to exaggerate that they're overdoing it, but they really aren't. There's The Boys Diabolical, which is an anthology animated series that is only one episode is considered canon to the actual like TV show. The rest are just like fun one-offs like that are not canon, and some of them even like just like fit more within the actual comics than they do the show. And then there's The Boys Mexico, which has like made no movement
Mhm.
since its announcement. And
I thought
uh
they mentioned something at the convention, but
I
I
don't
could
think
be
they
wrong.
did they?
I don't know.
They
Maybe
might have
maybe
mentioned
it was
that
just in an article. Someone just wrote it in there. I don't know.
there was something I did see actually recently about like a bunch of Compound V getting sent to Mexico. I'm not sure if that was from the actual show or like hidden in like a set dressing. But I did see that. I guess that's like the only real. If I can find it, I'll, uh, I'll talk about it. But yeah. And then there's Gen V, which is I feel obviously it's a real spin on. It's a real spin off. Oh, here it is. Um, so the Twitter account that they used in the show to expose Starlight, or not Starlight, Firecracker, that she was like, a weirdo. Um, see, I don't know if this, I can't really show the account here, but
What's the at?
at the truth about F, um, truth about Firecracker, and just a few days ago on 7/27 at 10 a.m. they posted a random like photo of like a bunch of news articles, and one of them is from Volitico, which is Taylor exports $24 million worth of compound V to Mexico. And below it, it says
Oh.
Robert Singer. Below it, it says Robert Singer arrested for the murder of Victoria Newman. And above, Homelander praised for condemning the actions of deep state terrorists. Um, President Calhoun passes 25th Amendment. Um, so yeah, I don't know if this account is like considered. I honestly wasn't sure, like totally sure about this account and like what it was. Oh God! Oh wow! This account has actually been pretty active. There's like posts from the finale of like Butcher's car and like Butcher hiding and like okay, so maybe this account is legit. But yeah, that's like the only like concrete update we've had about the boys Mexico, which is that a bunch of Compound V got sent there. But other than that, I mean, Vault Rising, I guess I don't know. It's just a prequel, so I don't know. It's really not that bad. I feel like people are exaggerating it. Sorry, I'm the boys defender. A lot of people have like don't really like it anymore or criticize it a lot more. And I guess I mean, last season was probably their weakest, definitely. But that's all.
We've got one
I
Sorry,
more
wish I
season.
tangent.
could. I wish I could watch it just to be part of the conversation, but I can't. I can't do it. I
Do
Yeah,
tried.
it
it.
is
Do
I
it.
probably
certainly,
could if I just sucked it up and just got through it, but I probably
it is
wouldn't like
certainly
it.
not for everybody though. Yeah, it is
It is a
quite
lot.
quite
It is a
violent,
lot.
and
My little baby.
they find creatively new ways to gross you out every year. Well, sorry, every 2 years at this point. Boo. Uh,
Ugh.
um,
Look
which
out for those
I think
saunas.
that it's pretty funny though because the first season of the Boys came out in 2019, July 2019, right? And they had the next season out by the next September. What happened? What happened to television? What happened to the old way of making television? I remember that because it was during like the pandemic or the later half of 2020 that the second season started, and yeah,
But
bummer.
would
We have to wait so
theoretically,
long.
if Gen V wasn't a thing, they would be moving into production on The Boys now. Like,
Yeah, that's
I think
that 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 is
that's what's causing the delay. They don't want too much straight away. Personally, I don't
I
mind
think I'm
it.
gonna rewatch.
I'm
I think I
happy
need
to
to
wait.
rewatch Gen V.
I enjoy
Yeah,
Gen
I
V.
agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, I'm happy to wait. Do I want to wait? No,
No.
but you'll have to.
I think what
Especially
didn't
with like,
help this season was the fact that we had like 3 episodes on day one, so it flew
Mhm.
by so fast. I think if anything they'll do two. I would want them to do a single episode premiere. Best case scenario
Mhm.
it's two
Please
because
don't do three again.
6 weeks of the boys. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, I agree. No, I definitely want more than I definitely want, especially because it's the last season, and I feel like those episodes are going to be really dense with how much they're going to have to do. In those 8 episodes, again, people. I feel like we need to like remind like writers and producers like you don't have to limit yourself to 8 episodes. I feel like I get maybe it's a studio mandate that's affecting this, but really, give yourself room. Like write the story out and like like first like storyboard it out and shit and like work it out and then figure out how many episodes you need to really explore this story. But I don't know. And they did confirm, or it's been confirmed multiple times. It's only going to be 8 episodes, so probably a little late for that. But they've been writing for like 2 months, so they can start filming before the end of the year.
You never know.
Yeah.
I'll get on the phone to Eric. Hi, Eric. Big
Also,
fan.
who who knows how long Vault Rising has been in the works? I have to assume since before the season started. Uh, I'd hope. See, now I wonder if we're going to get Vault Rising and the final season of The Boys in 2026, or if we'll make it wait to
Ooh.
2027.
I
God,
think
it would be. It's crazy to wait 2 years when you're gonna. Don't announce your show if you're gonna have to take 2 years to get it ready. So
Marvel.
Marvel,
Marvel.
the Fantastic. It's funny. It took 4 years for the Fantastic Four to get filming.
And it's going to be made in like a year, like from filming. It's crazy.
That's we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Um,
Woohoo!
'Cause that's a little crazy, but yeah, that's the boys, baby.
It's the
Um,
boys.
it's the boys. Gen V next year. Who can't wait? Us. Maybe Britt will have seen the show by then. Um,
Brit's going to be a
We'll
diehard
just
see.
kidding, Britt.
fan. Brit's already sat.
Britt's gonna be a diehard Homelander fan.
How dare you?
So she's gonna
Brit
love
in
Soldier Boy.
cosplay. Do you
Maybe
like
if I had been a
Stormfront?
So yeah,
Supernatural fan, maybe.
Brit, do you like Stormfront? Just say yes or no. Yes or no.
Is that one of the Nazis?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
don't
I
say
can't.
yes. Don't say yes.
Clipped, canceled.
Yeah, screw Stormfront. She's dead. Rip Bozo. That's what she gets.
The scene
Um,
where Homelander's looking at a corpse.
my God. Uh,
Um,
so, the Brewster brothers just posted a video. It might be the video that they played in Hall H to reveal the Russos are back, though. I don't know. I'm watching it right now, kind of. I'm also podcasting, multitasking. Um,
well,
gosh.
multitask.
Um, yeah,
I
I
feel
am. Thank
like
you.
that is a great transitional statement because obviously the elephant in the room was Marvel. Marvel made
Marvel's shitty
quite
ass.
the stir.
Oh,
They had two big Hall H receptions. Thursday, this we are going into spoiler territory. I think everyone's seen it by now. but we had the supporting cast of Deadpool and Wolverine made a surprise appearance in Hall H. We had
That was a little
uh,
crazy.
it was with Daphne Keane, Channing Tatum, Jennifer Garner, Chris Evans, and
What?
Chris Evans, yeah. Oh, and Wesley
I had
Snipes,
no
of
idea.
course. How could I forget him? The one and only Blade.
Well, let me tell you. I wanted to watch Blade after watching Deadpool. I was like, this makes me want to watch Blade. It's not streaming anywhere, which is
Not
Really?
really
Disney Plus.
disappointing. You can, I think you
I
can
think it's
pay
moving
for
right
it
now.
to like rent online, but it is not streaming anywhere, which I would have thought, even though it's New Line, I don't know who owns the rights. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's on Sky in the UK. Ah,
Well, good
It
for
was on HBO for a
UK.
while, but I think it might be moving somewhere.
So, guess we'll have to sail the high seas for that.
Really, it's not on Disney Plus.
Nope. But it's not a Fox movie though.
Oh,
It's New Line, so it's different. So if they still
oh,
own
God.
the distribution rights and they don't have it streaming anywhere, you'd have thought though, like Disney would have made sure that it was streaming somewhere prior.
could you imagine like a
Uh,
week before Deadpool? Now streaming Blade for no apparent reason.
just because.
We felt like it.
But
I
Yeah,
I
they
will
showed up
admit
a little crazy.
I've
Oh,
never
go
seen
on.
Blade. I will, hand on heart, I will
I've
watch
never
it.
finished Blade.
I watched Blade Trinity as a child because I was very into, but just highly regarded as what killed Blade as a uh franchise, I guess. Because I was really into wrestling when it came out in 2004 and I was 11 and Triple H was in Blade Trinity.
Hmm.
So that's why I watched it. Never seen the other ones.
I started Blade and then I never finished it. I forget why, honestly. We did watch it on something. I bet it'll come to like Netflix or something soon. But yeah, I thought that was a little crazy having them show up. And then the major like outlets and like trades were like just posting it.
Yeah, I
Um,
felt
People were
mm,
getting mad at I think it was Boris. People were getting mad at because he was posting all about it, and then after he posted about it, he goes, "Oh, by the way, guys, spoilers on my timeline." Okay, well, that's kind of counterproductive. Um, yeah, I honestly didn't think they would do that. Like they spent so long hiding these cameos, and then boom, Thursday night. A lot of people like can't even see the movie till like
The
rest of the
weekend.
weekend, and like they're gonna have them
Yeah.
on stage. Granted, people knew about X-23 and Elektra. Elektra was leaked or reported by the trades months ago,
It was like
but
Deadline, wasn't it?
yeah, it was
It
that was
was
kind of crazy they
one
got
of the
that.
trades, yeah.
Um,
the next 23 was in the final trailer.
Mm.
yeah, and apparently, so Kevin Feige says they only did that because one of the reasons was because Daphne Keane wanted to go to the premiere.
You know what? Fair. Fair
Real.
enough.
Fair, real as hell. Honestly, I feel like she could have went anyway. To be honest with you, um, but I mean, whatever. I definitely feel like she could have went anyway just because she's like supporting, like, oh, she's here supporting you. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I was really like surprised that they just paraded them all out like on what
Mhm.
was essentially like preview night.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had already
Yep.
seen it. So, or did it, or
Same.
was that Friday? No, it was Thursday, right?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday?
Thursday night.
Yeah. So luckily, I had already gone and seen it. I forgot because California is 3 hours behind me. So yeah, I had gone and seen it, and then all that happened. So luckily, I wasn't spoiled, but I am sure a lot of people probably were because it was being shared, everywhere.
Dude, they gave everybody in Hall H one of those Deadpool buckets. That sounds expensive as hell.
That plus there was a lot of drama with getting into the panel because it was supposed to be a lottery, but then they were just letting anybody in. So
Oh.
then a lot of
Oh,
people
really?
who had won a spot in the lottery got shut out, and like a lot of them that ended up staying kind of behind to complain ended up getting like the bucket and stuff. But obviously, still be angry that you didn't. get in
I
when
need a
you want a
bucket and I need a
spot.
picture with Hugh and Ryan. That's what I need.
So I'm
That's
sure,
crazy, dude.
yeah, I'm sure Marvel and
That would
Comic-Con will be
that would
getting a
never
lot of
happen at New
complaints.
York Comic Con.
Hmm.
They run that shit like the Navy at New York Comic Con. I swear to God, they're out there with their scanners. They're like, show me it right now.
So they were originally
Scan it.
doing that, and
Yeah.
then it was taking too long, I guess. So they were just, you're in line, here you go. And people were so they weren't scanning badges. People just had screenshots of other
Oh.
people's, yeah, and letting anybody in. So a lot of people got shut out, which is unfortunate. But that's San Diego Comic-Con for you.
Hmm.
Dude, at Javits, they don't take shit. They're like, get out. They are mean. They're not nice. They are mean. Dude, last year they were mean.
Um,
So
I want to say it was at, gosh, I can't remember if it was at D23 in 2022 or if it was San Diego Comic-Con. They all kind of run together. Or maybe it was when I went to Chicago and went to that convention. I can't remember. They all run together now. But there was a security guard screaming, and as I'm like trying to like walk, like she's screaming, and she screams directly into my ear. And like I have pretty sensitive like ears anyway, so I like started crying as I'm like walking, like trying to just get through to wherever I'm at. Or what, I think maybe that was Chicago,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Security at these conventions can be really intense
they don't
for
play,
no
man.
reason. For
Uh,
some good reason, sometimes not good reason.
but yeah. So they did that. They did that panel. Sean, Ryan, and Hugh actually sat in the audience and watched the movie with everybody. Um,
Love that.
Also, I saw other people like other people were like, "Oh my God, it was actually a surprise screening of the movie." Was that not known? I remember that
Yes,
being
it
known.
because originally I think the panel was listed as like an hour, but then somewhere else it was listed for 3 hours. It
Mhm.
was like from like 6 to 9. So obviously that's a movie screening plus
Yeah.
some talking.
Some
If you got a
fun.
3 hour panel, imagine it wasn't. They just sat there and talked for 3 hours straight.
They just about the
Imagine
movie
it.
that they couldn't talk about because they would have seen.
Imagine if we get to the point where like New York Comic Con 2020 last year actually, where you and McGregor was like talking about the tea. Remember that? I think you were telling me about that when we were like
Oh
sitting
yeah,
down,
because it was during the
like
strike,
right, and
so
he
they
couldn't
couldn't
say shit.
actually like couldn't talk about anything. Because even like because he had David
David
Tennant
Tennant,
there,
right?
he was just tying his shoes.
Mhm.
It's just like
Yeah,
that.
Ewan
They're like,
McGregor, which
"Oh,
was
so
like
Hugh,
nice,
what
but
you eat for
like
breakfast?"
yeah, like what's your favorite breakfast food? Where do you like to eat at? So I mean, they made it work considering the
Mhm.
circumstances. But yeah, I feel like a 3 hour panel like that. Oof.
And also this weekend, obviously, Deadpool Wolverine is like absolutely demolishing records. Was it 466 million this weekend?
Um, Let me check. I know
It
for
was
domestic, it was domestic box office. It's now the number six highest grossing opening weekend, which beat out Jurassic World and the Avengers. They're now 7 and 8. Um, Internationally though, let me see here because I did have it somewhere. I thought. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. $444.1 million for the global opening.
oh
Yeah, this is
woo.
getting to a billion in like the next 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it has like really good, word of mouth, obviously. There's people who are like on both sides of the extreme spectrum though. They hated it. They hated everything about it. Marvel sucks. From like people who generally
Yeah.
like Marvel too, and then there's people who are like this is the best movie ever. People who enjoy, I guess, like multiverse and legacy characters and
Hugh
stuff. And then,
Jackman, baby. Hugh Jackman.
He's
uh
so
what
fucking
a
good.
man.
He's so good in this
He's really good.
film.
He's really good in the movie. He is really good.
I
I got
gave it
goosebumps
four
both
stars.
times. When he's talking to Cassandra Nova. Um when he really accepts that he is the X-Man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, and he's like saves her because that's
so
what.
so good.
He had the best
Yeah.
moments. Dude, the one where he's in the car and he's like, "You're God's coolest joke. You're God's coolest joke," but
Oh,
it's actually on
what
us.
a monologue that was. Probably one of my
You
favorite.
can't die.
Uh, I need to go
And
see
like
it
I forget
again.
what it was. It's like, "You're God's coolest joke," but the thing is, the joke's on us.
Yep.
So
Hell, the X-Men didn't want you, and they take anybody. Mm.
I was very excited because I had no idea. Like I tried to stay away from spoilers as much as I can, but over like the course of filming and stuff gets spoiled. But I was not expecting um him to be in the 616 universe at the beginning, and then you have Happy in like the Stark Industries, like his like little office, and then there's all like the little Easter eggs from like the Iron Man films, and I was just like, oh, look at that.
oh my
I
God.
want to I want to
Did you
like see
notice?
that scene again specifically.
Did you guys notice the picture on the desk? There's the
Yes.
But where
photo
Peter's
where,
hidden,
yeah, Peter is hidden by his mask from Iron Man 2.
That they have made a canon
Yeah,
thing.
they claim technically it's canon. So, and
Yeah,
it
I'm
was the
just
one he
like
was
whatever.
wearing. So, yeah, that
It's
was definitely
fine.
just for like, definitely a little bit of key thingling there. But I do like that term. You know, sometimes I feel like it's really stupid the way people use it. I do think it's a little funny, jingling keys in front. So, um, yeah, that was I honestly I didn't expect Happy, or I did. I don't remember honestly, but
I had no idea.
technically at that time, Iron Man was still alive
Yes, because
because
it
it's
was
2018,
before Infinity War, like a few months before, I
just
think.
before it.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's why
actually,
he was obviously alive because that's what like Deadpool was like, hey, is the big man gonna come? Like, do I get to go see him?
I think it actually might have been a few weeks before, 'cause it was in May of 2018 he visited.
Yeah,
What
so
year
but
does
either
Infinity
way.
War take place in? Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, either way
Yeah,
though.
because
I
there's
was
a 5 year
kind of above
time jump
that.
between Infinity War and Endgame. So yeah, it might have just been like a few
Which
days or even weeks
one of
before
those
it.
movies happens in October of the year that it's in. I can't remember if that is Endgame though, or if that's Infinity War that happens
we
in
need
October.
Dakota and his timeline. Dakota, help us.
Oh yes,
Dakota,
shout
please
out
help.
Dakota. Big fan of the timelines.
We love the Geek Critique.
Love Dakota and the Gate Critique. Ooh. Um,
Yeah. We all like Deadpool then? Good times.
Yeah, really
um,
good.
yeah, it was fine.
Small mess in the middle.
Fine.
Small mess in the middle. Bit of pacing
Yeah.
issues, but I had a great time.
Yeah, I will
Hmm.
agree on pacing. It was like, I don't know, a lot of these movies happen to just like deal with the bad guy really fast, which is whatever. Sometimes I
Yeah, I
think
was a bit
it's
upset with
too soon.
how little Cassandra was in this movie.
She's bald. She's bald. She's torturing people who have hair.
She was great though, and I'm really upset that she's spoiler alert dead.
Can I just
Um,
say how much or she as in Cassandra Nova, um, looks like James McAvoy? Like the casting is insane.
that's now that you point that out. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
look, and I was like, wow. However,
It's the eyes. I think it's the eyes.
if we watch the X-Men movies, we see how Xavier becomes bald, but then but then she's already bald. So I don't know. 'Cause he had hair, but she's
I
just
don't think
He had
she
a
bald.
lot
ever
of
had
hair at
hair.
one point.
I don't
She's like
know.
a deformed fetus.
I guess, but I just thought it was funny that he actually had hair. He wasn't just like bald his entire life, and she's just bald.
That's why she pissed.
Yeah.
That's why that's why she wants to kill them all. It's like you had
She
hair
never
for
had
like the
any
first
hair.
like. Oh my god.
Ugh.
Poor Cassandra Nova. No, now cosmic dust in the Fox universe.
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh well.
Well,
On to the
well,
next one.
well.
Oh,
But yeah, Deadpool baby, soundtrack great. Best part of the movie, I think.
10 out of
Score,
10.
there barely even was a score because the soundtrack was just there.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
thought it was funny that some
was
of the
good.
tracks that came out before the movie came out only played in the movie for like literally a second.
Great Showman.
No, it's
Where
funny though.
was it? Where was it?
Apparently it was
Literally like a second. He
in the
hits
car
hits the
scene. Yeah,
car.
I had no
Yeah.
idea. I had to ask. I was like, where did that even play? I
And then
totally missed it.
there's a second song
Oh
as
my
well, and
God.
you barely hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, we have to jump back real quick.
It's about Billy
We have to go
Butcher.
back.
It's about the boys. Did you see it, Josh?
I did. I did.
Apparently, Soldier Boy's primary objective will be to kill Billy Butcher in the Boys season 5, and he will be switching sides to help Homelander.
Wait, that's not
I
good. That's not
don't know what
good.
any of that means.
Basically, if they brought back Bucky after he was good to kill Captain America, so like a
Wow.
Yeah.
reverse, and a
Wait, can you
reverse
put it in pop
Bucky.
crave terms?
Oh, thanks.
Nicki Minaj turned against um
Oh, it's
Lady
like if
Gaga.
Azalea Banks turned against Chappell Roan. I think that makes sense. I hope
Justin
Azalea Banks doesn't come
Timberlake
after me for that.
fights NSYNC.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's a good one.
He's
Um,
he's defrosted and fights and the trolls. This will ruin the world.
Okay, I
the world
understand
is for.
perfectly
Oh,
now.
so back to Deadpool. One quick question: Is this the last we've seen of Channing Tatum, Channing Tatum, Gambit,
Yes, yes.
and
I don't want it
Elektra?
to
What?
be.
What? I don't think they're dead.
No,
I think they got moved back
they got
to
moved
their worlds.
somewhere. We didn't see
Yeah,
them.
they got moved back somewhere. But the TVA did save them.
But my whole thing was they wanted an ending, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
that seems like the end, but also, and sure, we can get like a younger actor to play Gambit, but I thought it was
Oh,
so good.
I
The costume was so good. Just, I loved it.
he was good. The accent at first I was like, ooh, then I was like, actually, wait. It was like the kombucha meme. Oh, it was good though.
I thought it was fine. People were
No,
like, oh,
I
I
meant
can't understand him. And that was like a joke, but I was like, I can understand him perfectly fine.
I meant more since I don't think he'll play Gambit, obviously, in like the actual mainline MCU. I just
No.
think maybe we'll see him again in like Secret Wars.
I would like to
That's like
at least one more time. Yeah.
I feel like the
I
fact we
assume,
saw Laura and we didn't see the
yeah,
others
yeah.
sort of implied there is more story to tell with Laura
Hmm.
in whatever
Hmm.
happens. But I think we could see it as open ended that they might be back. But I think if if Marvel had plans to bring them back, we would have seen them around the table in that last scene.
Yeah.
Personally,
I see. I just, I just, but Laura being there makes me think that they were also saved
oh
and
yeah, no,
moved
definitely.
somewhere. Yeah.
But I think
Oh, I know what you mean, but
the fact they're not present means I
yeah,
don't think they
yeah.
have plans right now. Basically,
I'm thinking they'll just be bodies for the end, like for the big battle in Secret Wars.
yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
just pop out of
Uh,
the portals, like we'll just show up again and be like, oh my god, it's them!
they
Yay!
just
Wait,
Oh my
they
god,
just
what if
redo the portal scene, but for Secret Wars.
it's everybody? They're gonna have to do something.
Oh,
Oh,
Josh, you
oh,
should
oh!
learn.
Oh my gosh, Josh, say something
Somebody just died.
intelligible.
wait. I'm gonna try and hit the camera. I've got loads. There we go. That'll do.
All right, it's like Gambit. Um,
We don't need Channing
yeah.
Tatum. I'm right here.
Channing Tatum, fuck off.
Let's hear your
Anyways,
Cajun accent, Josh.
Hello.
Mm, we'll get you a dialect coach. We'll work on it.
yeah,
I'll bring the
a
minions.
minion. We'll get a minion.
My boy.
Banana.
Banana.
Um, but yeah. Also, I know what I thought was funny about the soundtrack is that Like a Prayer is not listed on the official soundtrack that they released, but it plays the most out of any song in the movie.
I've had that song stuck in my head since
Oh yeah, that
Thursday.
and Bye Bye Bye. Yeah. The
I
choir, oh my
yeah.
God. When a
Oh,
song has a church choir, like uh that one song by Natasha Bedingfield.
Staring at the blank page
Yeah,
before
that has a
you.
church choir in it.
oh.
What's the song again?
Unwritten.
Hmm.
Unwritten. God damn it. I can't believe I forgot that. Um,
Feel the rain on
It's a fine
your skin.
classic.
It is.
so what?
The ginger kid in the car, and he drives away singing Unwritten.
Okay.
It's a classic vine.
But
It's just gone right over JJ's head.
yeah, it did.
It's fine. It's
I just
fine. I'm just showing my age.
sorry, I just pretended to know what that was. Um, but yeah, beyond that, after the screening, Marvel had a real panel. It was actually
Real.
much
Really?
smaller than all of us, much smaller than a lot of us thought.
Yeah,
Um,
we were
I
meant to be
wouldn't say
getting a
only
lot
over
a
smaller.
lot of announcements.
Maybe scale wise, yeah. We were expecting a
I think a lot of
lot.
people were expecting like a full slate update, which I guess we did.
Hmm.
We only really got like an update, which I guess just shows that they're like learning to not get ahead of themselves anymore.
Well,
And
we'll
they
see
said, "Oh,
what
we're only going to focus
D23
on
brings first before
the."
we give them
Yeah,
that.
that's totally fair. Yeah, I feel like D23 could also be very big because it's Disney. You know, they're going to blow the roof off the place. Also, Star Wars will be there, so that's another place to. Oh my God, I'm expecting some big updates on Mandalorian and Grogu there, but that's for another episode. Yeah, they don't start it off. They said, "Oh, we're going to talk about our three upcoming movies: Cap Four, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and then at the end, obviously, the two Avengers movies were given an update, director update, writer update. Um, yeah, that was like the surprise, the big surprise. Obviously, we'll get to that. Britt's got a little teaser for you right there. Um, Cap Four. I don't think any footage leaked, but what we do
No,
know.
sadly.
Yeah, what we do know is that adamantium confirmed.
Yep.
Tiamat is the source of it. Whether that be he's it was through Cersei's transmogging, um, or if the Celestials are actually made of it, it remains to be seen. Because remember, Cersei turns into like marble. I feel like, but I guess maybe
Yeah,
it
and
wasn't marble.
isn't that like it's not a natural metal, right? Like in the
No, I'm pretty sure
comics.
it was. Yeah, it's made in the comics. They make it.
So I could definitely see like that's why it's so rare.
Hmm.
But also if they like if this is the only source of it, I mean it should be. We shouldn't have like because vibranium like it was rare at first throughout the MCU and then like everything was made out of vibranium by
Hmm.
by the time we got to Endgame. Um, so if this is the only source of it, then I think that would be okay. That makes it a lot more rare.
Hmm. Yeah, unless Cersei can make it.
Right, but if they don't
Um,
know that,
yeah,
Hmm.
maybe
you
maybe
know,
it was like the combination between if we even ever see Cersei again, maybe it was a combination of yeah, tough subject. Um, sorry, the combination between the Tiamat's like composite body composition and Cersei's abilities. Maybe that's what like the chemical reaction created adamantium. But yeah, that's confirmed. President Ross addresses other world leaders and like shows them this is what we got from Tiamat Island. And then the other one, audiences in attendance got a first real full look at Red Hulk. We've
yeah, they
only
say he
seen
was doing a speech in
high
front of the
profile.
White House and he turns
Hmm.
into Red Hulk, I guess, during that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I thought it was funny. Someone retweeted it and said, "What if Joe Biden does this?"
I saw that.
He's like, "I'm running again." Um, um, but yeah, I mean, obviously they didn't. Oh, Giancarlo Esposito was very eager and very excited to announce his character, as he's been pining for a place in the MCU for a while now. Obviously, it was a character nobody expected him to play. Um, a character that we no longer thought would even be in the film, Sidewinder, the king of the
Yep.
Serpent Society. Um, he's a snake man, even though he's really not. They're all kind of just like, I guess they
That
might
we
just be
know
called the Serpent
of.
Society.
We'll see.
Yeah, I hope they're actually like snaky people and not just like dudes with guns.
Yeah.
We've yet to even see like a real look at Diamondback, which is funny considering she has a toy from McDonald's. Um,
Yeah.
that's like the only like official look we have at her. Besides, like I think a few set photos that like are very like hard to see her in. But she has like bright pink, like a bright pink outfit and everything. But we haven't actually seen her in anything yet, which is interesting.
I don't even think it was her outfit. I think it was
Um,
just her hair.
it might have just been her hair. We might, yeah, I think you're right.
Because she was wearing like a baseball cap
But
and like a jacket and stuff in the set
Rosa
photos.
Salazar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alita.
Yeah. Don't even start with that.
So
That's another Snyder move, like a
Give
Snyder fuel
us,
movement.
give us an Alita Battle Angel sequel, please, James
I
Cameron.
was reading some Sidewinder lore, and it said that he was like in charge of like Serpent Society, but then Viper joins and or she infiltrates and he gets poisoned and like it's betrayed, like the Serpent Society betrays him, but Diamondback like saves him. So I wonder if they kind of go in that direction since those are the only two real characters we're getting from that group. So maybe that's like something that
Hmm.
happened and that's why everyone else got cut out. I don't know.
I would really, really hope that they just don't waste Giancarlo Esposito like that too. You know what I mean? Like I prefer he like stick around for a while. He's
Well,
such a good actor.
he keeps like saying that there's more and he's like going to be more stuff. But also I was reading like on the fandom wiki that which I mean obviously they can go off of comics and do whatever they really want, but like he like retired from being a villain and he was like becomes um like he goes on like TV, I guess, in the last comic he was in and is a expert about the Thunderbolts. So I'm like, maybe
Oh,
somehow that gets intertwined down the road. I don't know.
hmm, I see.
That'd be cool.
Like, like people like that do news interviews and they're like, I'm an expert on this. So that's like becomes this thing. So maybe we'll see that one day. I
He's
don't know.
playing you. He's playing you in the
That's me.
MCU.
That's me.
Everyone, please follow my Thunderbolts update account.
I
Uh,
don't
at
sound like that, Josh.
at tbolts_news.
That's
Is that
me.
right?
That's
Is that
me.
right?
That's me.
Perfect.
Wait, what'd you say? T-bolts? Yeah.
Underscore news.
Yeah. That's me. We
I'm
posted lots
something.
of
I'm
stuff this
something of
weekend.
a Thunderbolts news account myself.
Is it just
Is there a
you,
tie?
Britt, that runs that account?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
solo.
I wasn't sure.
Solo. Solo 2.
Never happening.
Guess what else was announced?
Of course.
Oh,
Yeah, we can't beat around the bush. I feel like we have to address the biggest story to come out of San Diego
Already?
Comic-Con
You think so?
yeah. What
already.
about Thunderbolts, Josh? What about
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thunderbolts?
and
Bugs
Fantastic Four, are you kidding me?
Wonderful.
We could wait. Ignore him.
So
He gets
much
paid
to David
a lump
Harbour's
sum. He's not getting
oh,
paid by the hour right now. It's fine.
much to David Harbour's dismay, the Thunderbolts trailer has not leaked. He wants that shit out.
If anyone has it, let me know. DMs are open.
Yeah, we want to
Hello?
see it.
We
But
do.
yeah, it was played at the first trailer. It seemed to just kind of be a teaser. They still will not confirm that Lewis Pullman is Sentry, even though we all know he's Sentry. They're
He's
just
Bob.
calling him Bob.
Bob.
He's Bob. And what's Geraldine Vishwathan is
Is named
Mel.
Mel, which it is not a coincidence that her character's name is Mel. I
Yeah, it
am
really
fully
isn't.
convinced that she is Songbird at some point
Also,
in
think
this
about it.
movie.
Think about it. She was. Oh, I can't actually. No, I can't say that. But she, yeah, it just, especially when they're just calling Robert Bob. Like they're just shortening names to like keep him secret. It just,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even I guess in from the descriptions we've gotten in the footage, you don't ever see him like obviously as Sentry, but you see him in a hospital gown. He just like runs out
Yeah.
of wherever he's at. So human experimentation. So speaking of which, I was so going back to Melissa Gould Songbird, she got her powers from human experimentation. So it's possible maybe
Ooh.
she was a success, but that's why she's like Val's assistant. Um,
Yeah.
Oh, we
like
can say
that's why
that? I
she's
didn't know we were
working with
allowed to say
her.
that.
We're not allowed to say that she's Val's assistant.
I don't know if that was known.
Yeah, that's
I thought
known.
that. I thought that.
Oh,
I was
oh,
gonna
is
say
it not?
I
Oh,
totally
okay. It
forgot.
was
It's
known. Never
known.
mind. Never mind.
I can say whatever I want,
My
first of all.
bad.
I don't get
Fair.
paid by Disney. Are you kidding me? Um, but yeah, so I'm thinking, and maybe Century was another experiment gone and it's
Hmm.
gone wrong. We'll see. Just an idea. I don't know.
What if they make them mutants?
Well, you can't
They make
make
them.
No, so what if they're like activating their X genes, like physically,
uh
like manually activating X genes?
maybe,
Dude, they made Miss
but
Marvel a mutant. They're not playing by their rules anymore.
we'll see.
Yeah, I doubt it, obviously, but it is a
I
possibility
think it's a
now,
lot more
unfortunately.
evil if they don't have the powers at the start and they're like experimenting on them.
Yeah, that's fair, especially because of
And
what
I
the
think
movie's
it's,
about and like
yeah,
who its
considering
characters are.
like, yeah, they're all victims of their governments and being used and abused. And I think it makes a lot more sense. Um, what else was in the Thunderbolts
Oh,
footage that was,
also,
A
um,
tower.
James Gunn's left some of his influence behind. The trailer featured "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies.
oh yeah.
James Gunn loves the Pixies. He put it in the suit. He put forget which one it was in the Suicide
Well,
Squad.
you remember the director has done a lot of music videos. That's kind of like his
Oh,
thing.
has he?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
he's very
I didn't know that.
that's kind of like his big thing. So I think
Thunderbolts
there's
might
gonna
be
be a
musical,
lot of
everybody.
musical. I think it's gonna be a lot of musical influence in this movie. I think it's gonna be very I want to say kind of like Guardians, with like music plays a big part. I
Hmm.
think at least the soundtrack's gonna be good. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
Hooray.
So
Hooray,
Bucky is
good
also now a
music.
congressman.
Yeah, people are in real denial about that. I think it's
Why?
interesting because because the government used them and they're like, who would vote for the guy who assassinated JFK? Um, I am like obviously I'm always willing to give things a chance for the most part. I, I kind of already knew somehow that he was involved with the government. I thought maybe he was gonna be like a whistleblower though. He might still be. I don't know. Um, but yeah, Wyatt Russell just like made it like a side comment about Bucky being a congressman, and then Sebastian Stan in another interview made a joke. He's like, I'm just in Congress. So obviously there's something there. People are in denial about it. Maybe they're just joking, but no, I think that's happening. How we get to that point, not a clue, but we shall see.
Man, they can't fault Bucky for that, for like killing
I mean, maybe
JFK.
he's just trying to be
Um,
changed from the inside because he doesn't want to fight anymore. So he's like,
yeah, but
you gotta
he
get,
also wasn't in control. You know what I mean?
oh, yeah, obviously I know. But
Yeah.
as
If anybody knows
Huge,
that,
huge
Brit
plot
knows
point.
that. Yeah.
as a
So,
Bucky stan. Um,
but yeah, Thunderbolts is coming out when? Next May? Or is it next July?
May 2nd,
Okay, I was
2025,
hoping it wasn't July. Wow, so we're gonna be
Wait, when's
getting
Captain America
so we'll
out
definitely
though?
be getting
February,
February.
Oh,
February 14th,
happy
Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, because and pivoting into our next film, because I thought Thunderbolts comes out in July. Nope. As of right now, they're very adamant that the Fantastic Four will release on July 25th or
It's gonna get
26th.
pushed back to that November slot.
It's
I'd
yeah.
be willing to
Blade's
put
not
money on
making
it.
that date. Blade's not making that date.
Oh, yeah, obviously
Um,
not.
um, Blade has about a box of scraps to right now. So, um,
Hmm.
yeah, I just do not see it possible that a movie that is starting to film uh four
Tomorrow.
days, less than a year, and they're giving themselves less than a year to film this movie, edit this movie, work on the VFX, do a press tour. No. Mm-mm.
I thought,
Even
okay,
November seems.
yeah, November is iffy, but I think there's a chance because they had that test footage. They could have only been filming that a couple days, plus have already have
Hmm.
some VFX ready for that. I
Yeah, I
mean,
was gonna say they've got
Hmm.
some Galactus stuff like
that was
done.
They must have people working on it
looks
right
so
now. Like
cool.
they're probably gonna like imagine they finish the filming and they're just gonna send the footage right away. I mean they're gonna have to work overtime to get this movie done.
If yeah, even with the November date, but I think they said they were filming 4 months. So what, July, August, September. Well, we'll say it starts in August because it's almost August, September, October, November, December. So
But
they'd have 11 months if
for
even for that
a
November
movie
date.
mostly set in space, though, I don't know.
Yeah,
That
but is
feels
it mostly
risky.
set in space? I mean, you've got like the futuristic
Yeah,
60s New York that they
that's
were
what they
starting
said. They
in.
said it's a big. They go into space to I think like confront Galactus and the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but is that mostly on a space station, which becomes a set? Doesn't
Yeah,
like obviously
that's
we're gonna see
true. That's
Galactus.
true.
That's gonna be the most. But that did leak from the footage,
A
and
lot
Galactus looks
late.
very
You also
cool.
gotta you gotta remember each one of those characters too are very VFX heavy. I mean, besides Sue, maybe.
Well,
Um,
Sue and Reed, other than when he's using his stretch,
mhm,
yes. And well, even Johnny, like, unless he's on like fire, the only one you really have to worry
yeah,
about is the thing, kind of
Ben.
yeah.
constant. And we've already seen they've got at least a model, kind of, in the
Mm.
leaked
Yeah.
footage.
Hmm.
I mean, it was in shadow,
You know,
but
it's
they've
funny though
got
because like
something.
that didn't even look like test footage. That looked like actual footage.
Yeah, but I think it was filmed specifically for San Diego Comic-Con to show off. I don't think it's actually
Yeah.
going to be in the movie. I think it was just like a fun like teaser thing that they did. I
Hmm.
don't think it's actual. Speaking of Fantastic Four, also in that they got a subtitle. Uh First
Yeah.
Steps. I'm
Yeah. It's interesting.
I don't know.
It's
I
okay.
guess it could
I don't think it
mean
was needed.
things. Yeah, it
I
wasn't,
don't think it was
but I
needed.
think maybe to differentiate from all the other because you just slap the in front of the movie and it's like, it makes it a little easier to like be different than the other Fantastic Four movies.
Hmm. I agree.
And plus, first steps could mean first steps, like first family, obviously, plus like first steps maybe uh
In the multiverse.
colliding. Please help.
Or further.
Incursion.
Universes.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Excursion.
Franklin and Valeria are taking their first steps.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, right. We've got a baby, child,
I believe.
something. I
Maybe.
probably, maybe. I think
Um,
probably.
but
So, I
yeah,
mean, I
Fantastic
think
Four is
it's a
happening.
multi-layered uh title
Michael
there.
Giacchino is doing the score.
Yes,
Some of
very
Yes.
it are
excited.
sounds like the score is already like almost done. Some of it was playing during the light show.
Yep, the theme, which was very,
Yeah.
very cool.
So
What a drone show that was. That was so cool.
Disney love their
that
drones
was
at the
really
minute.
cool.
They're doing some really good drone stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the X-Wing drone they had a few years ago that would fly over Disneyland?
Maybe one
Yeah.
day.
They've got a
Actually, I think it's
Baymax one at the
probably too
minute.
expensive.
They have a Baymax drone?
Yeah, at Disneyland. We
Oh.
saw it on
Hold on.
Minecraft.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Me,
Minecraft Disneyland, that's
I,
right.
Britt and I went to Minecraft Disneyland last week. It was very fun. We saw the fireworks. We went on
We saw
Rise of the
Deadpool was there.
Resistance. Deadpool was there before his actual real appearance. We saw
All right.
Mobius. We saw Loki.
Miss
We went
Minutes.
on Mission Breakout. Well, I did that. It was very cool. I didn't
You
realize there
guys,
was sound.
you guys are not funny.
And
What?
then we met Captain America. He told us, "Hey, y'all, watch my new movie next year." So that was cool. Yeah.
Oh my God. those like juice sippy cups they sell at the store that they put like characters over, like the little
Yeah.
character heads on top of them. They have Sam Captain America ones.
Oh,
Those
sick.
bottles
I
are like
found them at
four
Target. I found them.
bucks.
I know. I found them at Target yesterday. I was like, oh my god, is this Captain America? My friend was like, no, that doesn't look like Captain. I was like, yeah, it's Sam. It's Captain America. Because from the back, it did not. Because like the red was kind of orange, and I was like, oh, maybe not. But it was. It was Captain America. I was like, oh my god, congratulations, Sam. You have a juice bottle.
I know. I am really excited that they're kind of starting to like. I think it's maybe a little bit late already, but at least it's happening that they're starting to be
Mhm.
like, "Hey, this is Captain America. Let's put this character on." Marketing things, not
Everything.
even marketing things, but just like licensed stuff. Finally.
So
Uh,
it also because
wait.
so we're getting Gino scoring, Shackman directing. Matt Shackman was asked, was actually told people that he actually found out about RDJ. And it seems like a lot of people actually knew about RDJ as Doom, and were actually like publicly reporting it. And nobody believed it because it was so far fetched.
Yeah, nobody. Everyone was like, "Yeah, right." I obviously some
Well, I remember
leakers,
one
some
person said
scoopers
that.
have come out and said they've known since May, and that was probably around when things were inked. The deal.
Well, I remember one scooper said, I forget who it was, said that Feige immediately turned the idea down. So,
Except
ooh,
for uh Daniel RPK says that it was Feige's idea. So also conflicting information.
hmm, I don't know about that.
I don't know,
I feel like
but
That.
that's just what I'm
there is a
saying
lot of
that I heard
conflict.
earlier. So yeah, obviously that the Russos were already kind of announced through trades, much to Marvel's dismay, I'm sure, about directing
Oh yeah,
what was Avengers 5 and Secret Wars,
Mhm.
which
yeah. I
mixed
don't know.
reactions. I understand the mixed reactions. However, why not?
They have given us
Like,
four of the best MCU
exactly.
films.
People are like, because it's, you want fresh blood, and I get that. But at this point, why not? Like, they needed
Four.
people, and
What
Marvel's
else have
kind
they
of
done? What
like,
else have they?
there's
Oh,
ebbs
Civil
and
War.
flows, but, huh?
I forgot they did Civil War. Forgot about Civil
It's
War.
it's
Yeah.
such a safe pick, but
But I
audiences
think
can get
Marvel needs
behind it.
safe.
Yes, yes.
I think it's okay to play safe right now. And I know that people are
Dude,
saying that they're overcorrecting, but I think it's okay. I don't,
they're playing it really safe
I don't,
because
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I like what the Russos have done. I mean, I have some issues about like characters and stuff and choices. We won't get into that, but like for the grand scheme of things, they've made good movies. So why not at
but
this point? They need
they're
it.
also they're bringing back Alan Silvestri, who will do the score.
Yes, so excited.
Stephen McFeely will return to write the film without Marcus. I forget his last name. Stephen
Christopher?
McFeely returns. What's it? Is it Christopher Marcus?
I think it's Christopher. Sounds about right.
He will not return, but Stephen will. Meaning it sounds like Michael Rodgren might be off both films now. Um, the
Yeah.
confirmed cast for Doomsday: Fantastic Four will return for both films. The Thunderbolts will return for Doomsday. I don't know about both films, but
I
likely
think
both
they all
films.
said that the cast would be doing both. Which
Okay.
cast members make it out and into these
Mm-hmm.
movies, we don't know. But at
Dr.
least some of
Steve
them.
Benedict Cumberbatch went ahead and confirmed he will be back for both of them, which will likely mean Charlize Theron will be in the films. I can only assume. Maybe not. Obviously,
That'd be
maybe not.
cool.
But I feel like it's more likely. I feel like it's probably going to happen. Uh, and
We
then
really need some
obviously
strange
Robert Downey Jr.
stuff.
Yeah, maybe that'll become a D23 some sort because it's obviously not going to happen before Avengers
Yeah. I
six
think they have
or
room
six
for
five.
one unannounced or announced movie
It would
just
have to get
without a
started
date.
really fast, I think, though, too.
Yeah, but they do have room. People are saying Spider-Man 4, which is possible.
Ugh.
I mean, Blade, eh, but like, does that really contribute to where they're gonna go? It doesn't really seem like it. They probably need something that's maybe
Mhm.
going to add before we get to Avengers 5, which obviously got the name Doomsday.
Um,
Yeah, the big overshadowing
I,
news was
Ooh.
that A, we were getting Doctor Doom in place of King. It does seem like they're completely
mhm.
just moving on from King.
But see,
Big
they
news for
just
me.
can't though.
That they
They
can't.
need to
They can
like
do
they have
whatever they want.
no they can, but they need to. There's some loose ties that they need to
They
loose
can
ends
do
they need to tie
that.
up now.
They can work on it. Listen, here's the
The
thing.
TVA's sorting it out, guys. It's fine.
Ugh,
Listen, it's
oh my
fine, right?
God,
I, as a
lazy.
number one day one King hater, this is all I wanted because I was not looking forward to King Dynasty at all. I had no interest in the character from the beginning. So this is the best news that,
Okay.
well, maybe the second best news that could have came out of this. Um, Best news.
Obviously, the best news.
Okay, listen, right?
Robert Downey
Immediately I was
Jr. So
excited.
here, so no, here. Let me explain my
Okay,
position.
okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is back. Zero issue with that. Zero issue with that at all. If you didn't expect that to happen the moment you walked out of Avengers Endgame, you're silly goose. Like I knew it was going to happen eventually. Like this, no, not in a million years. If you would have told me this as I'm walking out of the theater in 2019, I would have told you, leave me alone. Stop trying to get into my car. Um,
Please go away.
I don't have it. I would have told you I don't have any money, sir. Please go away. Uh, um, uh, no problem with that. But my thing is, I just the big elephant in the room is they apparently he's seemingly been confirmed as Victor Von Doom, not a Tony Stark variant. He is Victor Von Doom, which could be a fake out. Could definitely be a fake out.
Mm.
They could definitely change some things, and it could just be like just right now they're trying to it's a red herring. You know what I mean? But the glaring issue is seemingly erasing the character's heritage, which is a big part of his origins and like why he becomes who he is as a Romani character. Um, it is an issue. I think I don't know. It's actually a prevalent issue. I feel that's been throughout the MCU for a while in casting, and a lot of people seem to. I don't know. A lot of people. I don't think. A lot of people obviously do care, but I think there's a lot of other people that just don't care, especially like the casual moviegoer audience, they don't know they don't know. They have no idea.
Mm.
They have no idea. They don't care because they don't know. They have no info on this. But yeah. I mean, obviously things could change. This could obviously just be like a fake out. This could it could be something a lot different. We have to wait and see. To wait and see. That's all. But I mean, just certain views of this casting, just I don't know. They rub me the wrong way, I guess. No problem with RDJ coming back. Love RDJ. He's returning to the house that he built. You know what I mean? This is his house. I
Mm.
mean, love Captain America, love Thor, but Robert Downey Jr. is the reason the MCU is as successful as it is today.
Oh, I mean, there
Goat
wouldn't have
status.
been an
No,
MCU
exactly.
without Iron
Exactly.
Man, without
Yeah.
RDJ. Just absolutely not.
Yeah. No. I mean, he rules. I mean, I saw somebody say if RDJ pulls this off and it was like both of I think LeBron's jerseys next to each other or somebody's jerseys next to each other. And I was like, I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's my take.
Josh, what are your thoughts?
Obviously,
Tell me.
I I love Robert Downey Jr. Like I think it's an interesting choice. Again, with the Russos coming back, it's very safe. This is Marvel putting. It's as if they've rummaged through the pockets to get the last scraps of change, bringing back Robert Downey Jr. And whilst I like that he's back, I don't think maybe having him as Victor is the best choice, the best option. This is very much directed at, as JJ said, the general audience, and people will eat this up. There are people that will have no clue about the backgrounds of Victor as a character, and do you know what? If they are pulling wool over our eyes, and this is just a Stark variant, maybe less of the theatrics could have gone down a bit better at San Diego Comic-Con. Or maybe they should have
Jared
just
Leto.
cast maybe they should have
I
just cast
cannot believe
someone
that.
completely different. I think it's a very bold move. I think it will pay off.
Yeah,
I do.
people
I
love it.
think
People are gonna
they
love it.
wouldn't, and part of me thinks they wouldn't have gone this safe if they didn't have a plan, if they didn't have this concept worked out, because ultimately they know what they're doing. I think they had a mishap with Jonathan Majors and Kang, and even then, I think they knew what they were doing with Kang. So they have this plan B. I think is the best option for them moving forward. So I have faith. As I mentioned before, the Russo brothers have not made a bad Marvel film. They have made bad films themselves. We cannot ignore that, but Marvel films, they have a really good track record. I'm confident. I'm excited. So yeah.
I and I saw another tweet that was really funny, but I just forgot what it was, and that's really disappointing. Never mind.
I saw the Watchmen meme. That was quite funny.
I didn't see that. What was that?
It was some guy getting vaporized by Dr. Manhattan,
Oh, okay.
and it was Kang Dynasty, and some guys like screaming, and it had the Quantumania logo over the guy.
I said that Arishem from Eternals was just gonna step on the Council of Kings, and that's just gonna be it. He's just gonna reappear just to step on them, and then we're just gonna move forward.
I was feeling it's gonna. I saw somebody say a while ago. It's This is even before we had any. Oh, I remember what the tweet was. It was back when they first announced Avengers Secret Wars, and people were. It was like the quote was like, "You can't do Avengers Secret Wars without Doctor Doom. He's so crucial to it." And then they said, then I proceeded to see the most insane curling of the monkey paw that I've ever seen in my lifetime. That was crazy. But I saw a while ago someone's like, "Oh my God, what if Doctor Doom just beams into the Council of Kings and kills them all?"
I'm
And
like,
I mean, I don't
that
know.
means
That
you got to have
feels.
Jonathan Majors back, unless you just show like the backs of their heads.
You're all turned
Yeah.
around.
They said, what?
I do think that Kang will be back. Unfortunately, Red, I do think Kang will be back.
If,
Um,
okay,
whether
I
that
think
be in
it's
a very much more
okay.
minimal role, likely, yes.
Well, the scoopers say it does seem like Marvel's done with him for now, so we'll see. I
Hmm.
I I don't know if I dislike the character of King, but I did not enjoy ever Jonathan Majors' portrayal. So another actor, maybe I could come around to it,
I agree
but
with
I
that.
don't know. Um, but I have some thoughts about Doom. Okay, listen, I understand the criticism 100%. There are lots of valid things, but some people are like genuinely angry about the decision, like between just not even necessarily because they're erasing heritage, which I get completely, but because it's him, because it's Robert Downey Jr. and they're using the argument of, oh, the general audience is going to be confused. I don't think so. I think people dumb down the general audience more than they need to. They get the multiverse. If you're watching these movies by now, you understand variants. Um, and a lot of people are just going to go see this movie without watching anything prior just because it has RDJ in it. But I think we just let's see where it goes. I
This is
think
the
instead of being
thing.
angry about it and pissed and complaining for the next 2 years or 1 year if he shows up in Fantastic Four, we don't know. I
Mm.
think we just let's just see where it goes. And then we can judge. Like, I think that I'm sure they dumped money and filled up his swimming pool, filled up his front yard, his backyard, his house, cash money. Don't get me wrong. But I also don't think he would do it without them having a good idea. because he knows, and he's like the person that knows how important his being is to this franchise. So I don't
I
think he would have done it without good reason, which
I
gives
would
me
love
hope.
to be on the receiving end of that check. The check that Robert Downey
Oh, oh
Jr.
yeah.
got.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Just put his great grandkids through
It's just a
college.
blank check from Marvel Studios. Like, whatever you think you
Dude,
deserve.
dude, he got like 70 plus million just from Endgame, like
I know.
15 million
I
from
am worried about the budgets of these films now. I'm not gonna lie. Isn't that why they like
like
kind of killed off Tony to begin with? Is because he was kind of blowing up the budget of these movies? Like, he's getting
remember
paid a lot.
Homecoming, he got like Homecoming, he was in the movie for like what, 15 minutes? And hold on, I'm Googling that.
So yeah.
RDJ MCU salary. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Iron Man 1, 500,000. Iron Man 2, 10 million.
Well,
Homecoming,
what a pay
$10 million.
raise.
Yeah. $10 million. For the first Avengers movie, 39 million. For Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, $75 million each. And that might not even be like with the box office bonuses.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, because his
And
whole he gets I think his pay was structured differently than like everyone else. Like I think he got like box office money
mhm,
too, I think.
I guarantee it's $100 million payday for these two movies. That's it. $100 million
Yeah,
each.
at least. Yeah, at least. Like
Yeah.
More.
eh, I don't even want to think like we already kind of assumed he was coming back for Secret Wars. Like and
Yeah.
like I said in last
Yeah.
episode, like I had the Tony Stark, oh, which I will get back to, evil Iron Man theory. But
Mhm.
think about his you've got probably the original six Avengers in that movie, plus all these other actors that have kind of like we're building up now, like even like Anthony Mackie, like who's probably they're starting to like get paid a lot more for their, roles. I don't even want to think about how much money they're going to put into that movie specifically. Like even like this Doomsday though, like you've got all these actors and they're gonna get paid an insane amount for that movie. The budget's gonna be crazy, and then you've got Secret Wars, which is probably going to be even crazier, just salary
Money, money,
wise.
money.
Uh, can I get like an extra paid extra role in one of these? Just like, I mean, if we're just handing out money at this point, let me know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so going back to when I was talking about my evil Iron Man theory, I was not expecting this. However, I do think, and even though they introduced him as Victor Von Doom, I think it's still Tony Stark.
Mm.
But something happened at some point in his life. um, Josh, I can't even I can't look at that. But I think that something happens either early on in his life or post even Iron Man 1 where he doesn't have like that change of heart. Something happens that makes him kind of pivot to new identity, new person. Because when he posted on Instagram, which by the way has almost 15 million likes on his
Bloody
Instagram post.
hell.
Yes. And it says new mask, same task. So I'm wondering if he's still trying to like save his world in some kind of misguided, misdirected
A suit of armor
way.
around the world.
Yeah. Like maybe it's even that like that goes in a different direction instead of like maybe Ultron works and like he'd be maybe like God Emperor, Doom got like something. I think it's Tony Stark, but something happens along the way that changes him. I think I think that's how it has to work. I know of like it could just be a completely different character, but I don't think so. They're related. There's something going on.
I'm excited to see how they like set it up, how they connect what we have right now into Doomsday. Because with Infinity War, you obviously had the stuff in the background of Guardians and the end of Thor. which obviously naturally leads into that opening sequence. But how do we go from right now to a potentially multiversal Doom showing up, like rocking up and causing the Avengers to reassemble?
It
I'm
has
very
to be
excited for
See,
that.
Fantastic Four. It has
Yeah,
to be.
that's
There's
the that's the thing because I feel like every movie that we've saw has like going to break the multiverse. Like even Deadpool and Wolverine, like they all just end like really quaintly, really quietly. I feel even like No Way Home, obviously that had more ramifications for Peter himself and his life. But I feel like all these movies, like we've been waiting for this real like multiversal break that we're really not seeing.
which is why I feel like probably Doctor Strange should have like had or we should be getting like another Doctor Strange movie before, I think. But I'm also wondering
Exactly.
if maybe it just happens at the beginning of Doomsday where we see all this like multiversal stuff, what it's done, what it's
Yeah.
doing, and that's where it kicks off. But I think it has to be Fantastic Four unless they put something in between that they've been hiding. Because you've got Cat 4, which is government, like not small scale, but like in the grand
rounded.
scheme of the
Yeah.
universe, yes. As far as we
Uh
know, Thunderbolts is also the same, no multiverse. I mean, they could be hiding something because David Harbour keeps talking about this big giant thing at the end. Who knows?
dude,
It
these
could
post
go
credit scenes are
crazy.
going to be carrying some heavy weight.
Yeah,
Um, so then all that's left is Fantastic Four, which we know starts in a different
universe.
universe, just like Deadpool's kind of mostly in obviously the Void, but like he's still in his own universe. He's not even in the main MCU
It is in
by the end of it.
10,005, isn't it?
So
I wonder
I don't know.
I wonder how the Fantastic Four will make their way to the MCU.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
You, Josh.
How do you
Thank
That
you.
was
like
that
Thank you
was
for
that
that.
was a
I don't
scoop. That
know.
was a scoop. That was the real voice of
It's a
Ralph
scoop. Exclusive. We are
Einstein.
scoopers now.
Nom
We're
nom.
scoopers now. We're scoopers now.
We are. Nom nom. That's what he's gonna say.
Or like the Pac-Man noise.
Waka 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 waka.
Yep.
Grogu is
So,
set to appear in the Fantastic Four.
so Grogu's out partying right now. Grogu's in his party phase.
Yeah, he does party face. He's crowd surfing. He's having a good time.
Good for him.
So
But
that
I think
that was
I don't
MC.
know.
That was the Marvel Hall H panel.
Yeah.
Woo!
Now we wait a week for D23. God, can you believe it's only like a week in between?
It's
I
it's not
know.
no. We've
Two
still
weeks.
got 2 weeks, a
Got
little
2 weeks.
less than
Do we?
2 weeks because it's the 9th is their big panel, which
Ooh.
is it'll be a week from Friday. I'm assuming this is going to go out before the 2nd
It'll probably go out
of
tomorrow.
August. So yeah, so we're still a little over, but I've got to start packing.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We're gonna be there, and by we I
Yay!
mean me.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. That's right.
Very excited.
And
We should be getting some really good stuff, both from the film, the TV side of things. Obviously not just Marvel, Star Wars. We're expecting some snippets. The parks as well. I'm very excited to see if they're
yes,
actually going to do anything and not just
Ooh,
say ifs, buts, and maybes. So yeah.
Skeleton
I
Crew
mean
for
with
first
the
trailer
parks
soon.
though.
This weekend.
What's this?
Skeleton Crew maybe next week or 2 weeks.
Oh, I
Trailer release date.
imagine
I think it's a fall
probably.
release. That I'm like feels like a fall kind of show. So,
I
but
reckon
yeah,
it'll be after Agatha. I think November.
yeah,
I think November. Is
safe
it
bet.
6 episodes?
I I don't know.
I reckon they'll
I don't
have it
know.
finished by Christmas. Um,
So
Let me do some maths quickly.
beep boop bop.
I'm
That's what I'm doing.
6, 5, 4,
You
3,
know, like that gif of like that woman
27th,
staring.
27th of November. I'm gonna boldly predict 20,
Is that
26.
Thanksgiving in the
Yeah,
US?
yeah. I think it'll
It feels
be.
like, oh no, that's the day. Oh wait, that's September. Sorry, I can't. Oh no, that's
I
a
think
Sunday. Oh no, that's October. I can't look at. calendars.
Yeah,
The
27th
27th is on
of
Wednesday, so
November.
yeah.
Two episode premiere, the finale on Christmas Day. I
We shall
think.
see.
I think it'll be a bit earlier. I think it'll be a bit earlier. I don't think Disney would want a finale dropping on Christmas Day.
I
Uh,
think
Ho ho
I think we
ho!
will put out a D23 preview episode next week,
yeah,
and we can
Yes.
really get into more about what we're
get
expecting.
into
Marvel,
it.
Pixar, Lucasfilm, Disney Animation, you got the Disney parks.
Epic Games.
Oh,
Fingers crossed.
Epic
yes.
Games gonna
Fingers
be
crossed.
there?
I don't think
Well,
so. I think they
because
will discuss it.
Disney had that
Oh.
big deal with them, maybe something comes out of that. Don't know.
I think the Disney Experiences panel is the best chance of any discussion of that.
I'm not going to that one though, so
Oh,
sorry.
what a
I'm gonna go
letdown.
see Borderlands.
Gonna go meet
Yay,
Bobby.
Borderlands. So,
All right, boys, wrap it up.
Okay,
all
thank you
right.
very much. Thank you for listening and watching and putting up with our nonsense for just over an hour and a half, I think.
Oh my God.
It's been
Follow at Pop
crazy.
News.
Yes. Follow us on our socials, our individual ones, as well as Pop News for all your updates and news. We will see you very soon for another episode. Subscribe, do all that good stuff, and we'll see you soon. Bye.